Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. You might be startled to recognise that I'm holding a guitar just as I've began recording. This is because I've just finished doing all my cameos. I've just lowered the price for the Christmas push. I want everyone to have me singing the Christmas song directly to them by way of a personalised video greeting. You can actually reach my Cameo page in the description down there, probably, I reckon, or somewhere. You'll find it. It's a lovely way to connect. Anyway, forget about all that stuff. Today I'm talking about Lambrini Girls and a song that they did called Company Culture. It's not their most recent release, but this is a band that I've been recommended by my producer. And yesterday, this is going to startle you, I did a lot of exercises and I was I had that anxious sweat, so I washed it all off. I lathered it up and washed it off. And all the time I had my phone hanging by this cord here where the towel normally goes, and I was listening to Lambrini Girls, and obviously the constant kind of rush of water into my ears made it difficult to decipher everything, but I really enjoyed what I heard. I thought it was sounded really punky, and some of the sort of lyricism that popped out that struck me in that first go around was really impressive and making me laugh a lot as well. So I'll do the theme tune and then we'll talk a bit more about Lambrini Girls, and then I'll cover the song. I'll try mansplaining Lambrini Girls to you and see where that gets me. Probably cancelled, I suppose, or at least ostracised. Let's call it ostracised. Is that what cancellation is? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be ostracised from the online community, but hopefully it'll be worth it. You never know. Justin Hawkins rides again. I always love playing that or voicing that particular chord. It's got a 9 in it, which is weird because it's also a 2. Like if you start there, it has an F sharp in it, and it's a E minor. So apparently that's a 9. I don't know. So, Lambrini Girls are a UK-based band from Brighton, and they're a duo made up of vocalist and guitarist Phoebe Lunny and bassist Lily Massiere. Their debut album, Who Let the Dogs Out, is set for release in January. Brilliant title, by the way, and features tracks including Cuntology 101, Big Dick Energy, so Filthy Rich Nepo Baby. We all know people that fall into that category. And No Homo. Speaking about their sound, Lily has said, we get labelled as a 3-chord punk band a lot, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with 3-chord punk bands at all. But I do think that sometimes our musicianship gets a little bit overlooked on account of us being women. And that's in combination with getting patronised by fucking sound techs when we're playing gigs and stuff. Being patronised by sound techs is a thing that can happen at a certain level of music, and it happens on the regular. Actually, it can happen at every level. I mean, I get patronised all the time, but I quite enjoy it. So I feel like I'm learning something, but not about sound. I'm just learning about how much of a twat some people are. Lambrini Girls previously supported Amyl and the Sniffers in the US. That really makes sense, the Amyl and the Sniffers thing, based on what I heard in the shower. And we'll be doing the same for Idols later this month in Liverpool and London before going on tour in Europe and in the UK next year. There was one track actually that stuck out to me as being, oh yeah, that could actually sit on the Tang album, which I loved, as I mentioned before, I think. Anyway, the latest release is a track that's been described as a fan favourite since the band first played it in 2021. Big Dick Energy.
Big Dick Energy, Big Dick Energy. How big is that dick in reality? It's not a big.
However, for Big Dick Energy, there's only a lyric video so far, so I'm going to go back to their previous release, Company Culture. Right, I'll play it, talk about I'll just talk about it. Maybe I'll sort of try and decipher some of the lyrics and do a little bit of mansplaining on the poetry of it, and get to the bottom of what the chord sequence is up to and talk about it musically. Oh wait, what I always do. Okay, cool. So this already sort of has a slightly dim 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 dim. Now, I think when you hear those first two notes, that's a B, goes to a D. You know, if this was a Righteous Brothers song, it would be B minor to D major, but I'm not sure if any of that stuff's relevant because at the moment it's single notes, all about attitude. I love the way the drums come in when the chord changes, and there's also a post-it note with a penis drawn on it. So obviously this is stuff that is going to appeal to me on both a juvenile and musical level, I think. That bass sound is so fucking fat. It's really badass. It went boom, boom. So fucking hell, the bass player's here. Can't wait to hear what happens when that bass line kicks off. Roaring. Ooh. Feels like they're bending up to D sharp for them. It's almost tempting to think they're aiming for a 2-fret bend, but it's kind of just going just past the 1-fret bend, giving it the dissonance. And I always talk about dissonance because I just think it's one of those things that it's the area in between the notes that makes me excited, actually. I don't know why. Maybe because it's wrong and it's not the kind of stuff you hear in silty sewage pop music. This is proper. God, it's awesome. I mean, it's really loose, but then there's just that little gap. Did you hear that? Like a and that's like a, you know when it goes 1 E under, 1 E under, 1 E under, 2 E under, 3 E under, 4 E under. It's just a duh. Pause. I love that pause. It's really good. I think if it was mixed clumsily, I think, or even mastered clumsily, it would be compressed to the point where the whole track sort of gets sucked up when that bass evaporates. You know what I mean? So like when the bass stops, you'd expect the guitars to suddenly get louder. But this is a solid mix. Could be one of those ones where they're playing like voicing a chord like this. Look at my fingers. So B, F sharp, B again, ring out a B, ring out an E. Which is always a nice thing to hear. Yeah, so it proves to me that I was bang wrong in my first assertion that if it was the Righteous Brothers, it would be B minor, D major. But I think it's the other way around. I think it's B major, or it's actually B undetermined to D minor, I think.
Colourful and threatening, 'cause all men know better me. The glass scene ahead of me, so I'll take a backseat. Twilight, ignore that, my boss wants to fuck me.
Wow, fucking hell. What a poem. Palatable and threatening, because all men know better than me. The glass ceiling ahead of me, so I'll take a back seat.
The office, drugs have more fun in company culture. Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harass in the workplace, but can't rest in bitch face. When will I learn that they just do it better? Don't touch me!
You can't call this a 3-chord band, because, B, 1 chord. D, I'm going to call it de-ambiguous. I know that I'm wrong about that. It's either a 9 or a suspended or an augmented. I don't care. I'm going to call it ambiguous. De-ambiguous to D minor to D major, based on what the lead guitar's doing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chords, and then is another We're into 7 or 8 chords already, guys.
Powerful or threatening, cause all men know better me. Yeah, human resources say I'm asking for it. Look over my shoulder, indecent exposure. My co-workers say I've got no sense of humour.
Okay, so this sounds like some sort of workplace harassment situation where she's glanced behind her whilst figuring out the computer stuff, and then somebody's displayed their genitals to them. But it's all supposed to be fun. Like, yeah, unsolicited fun stuff. Smile and ignore that my boss wants to fuck me. The wandering eyes.
Smile and ignore that my boss wants to fuck me. The wandering eyes at all times in the office.
The wandering times at all times. Wandering eyes at all times in the office. Day on the job. Looking hot, playing dumb. What will I learn? When will I learn that men just do it better?
Day on the job, looking hot, playing dumb. When will I learn that men just do it better? Michael, I don't want to suck you off on my lunch break.
I wonder if Michael's a real individual that perhaps suggested some workplace fellatio during downtime. Downtime? No? Fuck! It's quite hard to check out what the bass is doing there because it's mega saturated in this dropout section, which is probably like the middle 8 bridge bit. And I think it does go up to that D again. But there's this drone note, which sounds like feedback. It's just like a really fucking aggressive guitar sound. Nice 16th note on the drums, which is reminding me a little bit of Joy Division. Is getting into that sort of that area of new wavy, I don't know, post-punk stuff.
Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harassed in the workplace, my
Goes to a B there, unexpectedly, which is the Diablo distance. It's 6 frets away from B, which is kind of like that F down there is kind of the most evil choice you can make in a song that's predominantly in B.
Rested bitch face. When will I learn that men just do it better? Let's have a fun in company culture. Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harassing the workplace, my cold rested bitch face. When will I learn that men just do it better?
I love this little triplets bit. It's a bit of a waltz at the end there.
That's enough! I'll shut up! I look up! I picked up! That's enough!
I think I was confusing myself. I can't see my fingers when this microphone's in the way, but it's something like that. It's a really cool 3/4 bit song.
Will I learn that men just do it better?
You know, recently I've covered stuff like Cradle of Filth and got into some of the heavier end of the music that's coming out in this day and age. But I don't think I've heard anything as aggressive as that. Righteous anger. I think this is kind of like lives in the same world as Amyl and the Sniffers. That would be a great night out to go and see those two bands together. But there's something in the musical choices that they're making that's reminding me of Idols, and I mean that in the most kind of complimentary way, because the Idols have made one of my favourite records of the year. So this is pretty fucking cool. Awesome. All right, if you get a chance to see Lambrini Girls, I strongly recommend that you take that chance and go to see them. They're going to be, as I said before, supporting other top bands and doing their own touring soon. So, yeah, all the best. Enjoy. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of it. I think there's a lot more going on musically. I think they're quite right to be irked at the idea of being dismissed as a free chord band, because they're a lot more than that. There's at least 8 in there, and then I lost count. And there's riffs. I sound like a record company guy. There's riffs. Really cool. Justin Hawkins rides again. in celebration of the Lambrini Girls. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and tell me what you think of what I've discussed today. Awesome. All right, nice one. See you later.